Hi, and welcome to the Cavalier Sports Report. I'm Chris Wright, your host. This is a production of Johnson County Community College JCAV students. Our guest in the spotlight today is Coach Jim Schwab.
Hey, Chris, how are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for coming with us today. Thanks for joining us.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
We've got kind of a special event happened last night, actually, and your 200th win. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, it's exciting times for the women's soccer program here for my 13th season and my assistant coaches, and it's quite a monument to go to 200 wins for the women program, and it just means that I'm getting older and coaching a long time, but it's really a tribute to all the girls that have been here before, and my great assistant coaches in Wendy and Melissa Blunt. So it's worked out well for all of us.
So it's a team effort.
Oh, total team
Absolutely.
effort. I mean.
But this isn't your first trip to the rodeo. This isn't your first team.
No,
I coached the men's team here at Johnson County before that.
Yeah, I coached.
How'd you do then?
I took over for Dan Daly and coached the men's for almost 11 or 12 years, and we had some success there too. And again, it's team effort. I mean, I think with the athletic department, Carl, Jim, and the secretaries, they give us all the tools that we need to be successful. And as coaches, all you can do is, recruit good players and hire good assistants and make
everybody's got to be working at the same pace and keeping the boat going.
Yeah.
Everybody with oars in the water.
Hey, something has to make this face look good, so, that's about it.
Well, apparently it's been a great team effort. 12 NJCAA All-American players, 55 NJCAA All-Region performers, 4 Region 6 Players of the Year, and 47 All-Kansas Jayhawk Conference players. That's remarkable.
Yeah, it's a testimonial to the players that have come here. So
absolutely.
I'm not a big stat guy, Chris, so that's all not new to me. But like Tyler, our sports information director, texted Wendy and said, "Congratulations," and I go, "Yeah, on the victories," because it was our first one. But
and you thought it was 300 or 400 or something?
Yeah, you lose count after a while. But they're all, each one at a time. I know it's a cliche, but
I understand.
Especially to get the first one off our back, being 1-1.
Sure.
Now we're 1-1-1. So hopefully this weekend we can turn it around a little bit.
Well, you opened this 2011 season this year ranked 14th in the NJCAA. Do you think that was a fair place to be?
Yeah, I think it was probably fair, maybe a little generous, because we were in the top 10 last year, and we kind of we lost to Butler that we beat in the regular season. So I think we kind of laid an egg in the playoffs last year. Unexpected loss. I mean, not to discredit Butler, but
no.
You know what? It's a fair. Anytime preseason is it's predicated on what you did last year. So yeah, I think it was a fair. It was a generous for us to be in the top 15.
You've got 8 sophomores returning this year. Are those all former freshmen here at Johnson County, or transferring some sophomores in?
There's 2 transfers in from Southwest Baptist University, Jen French and Emily Claudel, and they're both transferred in. But the returners are.
That leaves you 6 returning.
Right. So it's good. Our numbers usually 60 to 70% turnover every year. So we have a new team. But the sophomores are key to come in to be leaders and field generals for us. But you know what, we always tell, and our coaching staff always tells the freshmen, they need to play. And if the freshman's better than the sophomore, they'll play because then our program's getting better every year.
That's the team effort.
Right.
And you've got 8 freshmen coming in. How was recruiting?
Between Wendy and Melissa and myself, I thought recruiting went real well. We had a couple players cancel at the last minute, so our numbers are at 18 or 19. Usually they're at 20, 21 players. But the quality's great, and I think it's every year it seems like it's getting better and better, Chris.
That's great. Well, last weekend was a difficult game to begin with, 108-degree temperatures down in Texas.
Yeah, and you know what? It doesn't help when 2009 we lost to Tyler in the national championship, and we've had a relationship over the years that we've opened up our season with them. And some coaches say I'm crazy or the big S word, but we like to see it's a benchmark of where we need to be and where we need to go as a team. And it was 30 minutes in at 0-0, and then the shark and the chum was in the water, and they got to us, and it was 4-0 at half, and then we played a little bit better in the second half.
Got to ask you, what's the S word?
Stupid. The dreaded S word, the stupid.
It's just hanging out there.
But I have a 4-year-old, and Jim Dice says I can't, tell my 4-year-old that we can't use that word in our house. So.
Can't use stupid in that.
No, there's a lot of other words you can use, but not stupid. So,
Boy, last weekend sounded like a heck of a game for keeper Emma Crenshaw. She just did a heck of a job. Second half of the first game and played the whole second game, and something like what was that? 19 saves in 3 periods. That's great.
You know what? She played well and bailed us out of a lot of hot water. I think between Emma Crenshaw and Jessie Jacobs this year, we have a tandem of good goalkeeping. You know, it's not that Jessie played bad, but she was under, you know, duress in the Tyler game. But to have somebody come in at halftime like Emma did is crucial, and then everybody's playing a key role between Jessie and Emma. It's nice to have that luxury as a coach to have 2 good goalkeepers. Excellent,
yeah. Trade them off, keep them fresh.
Right.
That's great. Okay, the and last weekend lost the first one, but managed to hang on in the second one and not score, let the other team not score. Ended in a tie, which is kind of a, you know, rather have a win, but a tie will do.
Right. We were up 1-0 in the beginning of the first half, and then they tied it, and then we went in. You know, here's another thing: is it wasn't hot enough at being 108 on Sunday that we needed to play a little overtime in Dallas. So we got our money's worth. We set that trip up, 1 for the girls for a bonding experience, 2 and to get good competition, and we did that. I mean, we would like to come away with better results, but that wasn't the case. But they rebounded yesterday with a victory against Cloud, so that was, you know, conference win is always important.
Tell me about that victory last night.
Well, again, the temperature's up over 100 degrees in Concordia. We drove down with we chose charter bus down to Concordia, got in, and get warmed up well in the heat. And you know what? Cloud didn't have a lot of chances. They're a very good team. They're better than last year. It seems like our conference keeps getting better and better. Mm-hmm. We had several chances. 2 goals got called back on offsides, but we created a lot of chances, and now we just got to convert them in the final third. So we're a work in progress, Chris, and like our coaching staff says, Wendy and Melissa, we're creating opportunities, which is good. From my standpoint, the effort's been great. The preseason's better than it has been, considering that, you know, we've had 100-degree temperatures for the last 3 weeks. And the key part is no injuries, and, you know, knock on wood that continues, because you know what, we want to keep these girls fresh and fit, and right now they are, and, you know, so we're
absolutely no injuries. Don't want that.
Right. And
speaking of injuries, any problems with the heat? Was that any problems for any of the women?
Well, I tell you what, a couple of them use it as an excuse. You know, between our training staff and coaching staff, you know, we try to get them water breaks and hydrate. The key is hydration before, because if you're not, it's, you know,
too late.
Yeah, it's too late. We've had a couple, but nothing too serious, and we'll continue to monitor the girls, and hopefully we'll have some success there.
Well, and hopefully we're done with the heat for a while. I mean, at least around here, the weather forecast, but now get south, it's still going to stay hot.
Right. You know what? The boys team is heading to Dallas, and we're heading up to Council Bluffs this weekend. We play Saturday against Monroe, a team from New York, a well-experienced team in the top 10. And then we'll play Iowa Western Community College as well on Sunday, and they're in the top 10 as well. So hopefully it's a little cooler. If not, you know what? I look at it as at our advantage, because every game so far with preseason and the regular season, we've played in the heat. So, you know, the hotter the better. Yeah. But you know what? It's awful easy for me to say sitting on a chair, and you know, I sweat a little bit yelling, or coaching, I should say. But the girls have really worked hard. I take my hat off to them.
That soccer is one of the most demanding physical sports. Up and down that field all day long.
Yeah, the girls are running. I think the average game, you know, in the pro game, they're averaging between 7 and 8 miles of running.
Wow.
So, you know, at the college level, it's a little bit different, but not too far off. And I'll tell you what, Chris, these girls have really worked hard all preseason. And, you know, if we can stay healthy and fit, like I said before, I really like us going forward.
Oh, absolutely. I think your prospects look real good compared to the competition, and the fact that you're going to be playing against some other teams that are from way out of state, and maybe a high caliber, and you always improve your game that way.
And that's one of the key components here for our success, or I say our success as a program at the soccer. Our resources here at the community college exceed a lot of other schools in our athletic department and the school backing. Johnson County really gives us an opportunity to see the best competition in the country. And I'll be honest with you, with our reputation and the way we do things around here, a lot of people like to play us. And you know what, we're not scared to go play people, and it shows around the country.
Well, you've made your credentials, and you certainly deserve all the appreciation, because you've got a heck of a program going.
Well, hey
Coach.
Chris, as long as I win this weekend, then Jim Dice will get off my back a little bit. But besides that, we'll
Yeah,
be
as long as you won your last game, you're okay.
That's it. You know what? You're always on shaky waters, but between Jim and Carl, they treat us with utmost respect.
Oh, I've seen the program. They do an excellent job here for all sports.
They do. They do. I have to say that because I have to go pick up my meal money after the interview. So.
Well, if you have to say it, you have to say it.
I guess so.
Thanks for joining us, though.
Thank you, sir.
And thank you for joining us. You've been watching the Cavalier Sports Report on JCAV News here at Johnson County Community College. I'm your host, Chris Wright, and join us again.